Welcome to yoga. My name's Nicole, and we're going to do some nice breathing, nice big breath to start getting in the zone, warming up a little bit by stretching, and then breathe in and lift. We'll breathe through the nose as much as we can and draw the belly in and upwards as we exhale. Again, breathe in and reach. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Breathe in and lift. And then exhale, bring the arms down. And we're going to do a little twisting. So let's take our right arm back towards the back of the chair and the left arm up here by the right leg and just twist a little to the right side. And then back to the center. We'll do the same thing over on the other side. So you can reach out or you can hook your arm around the chair. And then come back to the center. Now let's go around in circles. So we're keeping our hips stationary and we're moving our rib cage, our torso around in a circle. You might feel a little bit of stretching in the ribs between them. The intercostal muscles will come to the center and go in reverse. So we'll be staying in the chair about an hour and maybe a little bit longer. We might do a few things off the chair at the end, but using the chair. So I'm glad you're here. Let's enjoy some yoga together. Back to the center. Sit back in the chair and lift one of your feet up and then the other one. So alternate them. Just lift them up as high as it's comfortable for you. We're breathing in, tightening the abs, lifting them upwards. Our shoulder blades move together so that we can have good posture up in the upper back. And then down. Now let's take the feet out to the side and back to the center. Out to the side so you can scooch them like this, sliding them along. Or you can lift them a little bit. And just breathe nice full breath as you go. And do that a few more times. I'm going to mute just so we don't have any extra noise. And then bring the feet back together. Let's take another nice big breath, lifting up. And then we're going to take our left arm down. You can hold onto the chair seat as you lean and reach. Breathe. And then we're going to come back up to the center with both arms. Now we'll take the right one down and lean to the right side, stretching the left hand up and away, spreading the fingers out, stretching the hand, and then coming back up. Nice. So now let's take both our arms up, weave the fingers together, flip the palms upwards and stretch those palms up. Maybe even get a little bend in the back, alternate sides, so you can see what that might look like. That's the optional part. And then bring the arms back. Okay, now we're going to turn our head from side to side, warm up the neck a little bit. And you can go very slowly if you want, or you can go a little bit faster. Just kind of gauge it to what your body is ready for right now. And then we'll bring the head to the center and nod up and down. Just nice, gentle stretching while we nod. And take the gaze, which is called in Sanskrit our drishti. We're going to take that along with the head movements. So we're looking up and then looking down, if that's possible for you. So modify the poses however you need to. And then bring the head back to the center. Let's take another breath in, reaching up. Weave the hands together again and stretch those palms up. Reach, nice little bend. And then bring the arms down. Great. Now let's put our feet a little farther forward in front and reach the arms out if you can let go of your chair. We're going to flex and point, flex and point. So if you'd like a little challenge, you can lift the feet up higher, or you can rest the heels on the floor. So you have options. So go ahead and do what you feel like is right for you. And then next, we'll be taking our feet and hands and drawing them back towards the body. So holding the flex, and then fold them forwards and hold that, hold it point. And then hold the flex. And then hold a point. And let the arms and legs come down. Okay, now we're going to take our left arm up, bend at the elbow, and bring the right hand up to that elbow. We want to move that elbow around so we feel a good stretch. The hand is across or downward. And then we want to lift up through the upper body and keep the head above the body so the spine is in line through the neck as well as the rest. And then we'll release that, reaching upwards, and then switch to bending the right arm. Hold on with the left hand. Find your stretch and then lift up through the body. Reaching upwards as if through the crown of the head. Breathing our nice full Ujjayi breath. So constricting a little bit in the top of the throat so you can hear a nice breathy wave sound. And then bring the arms up, stretching. And back down to the sides. Nice, and give them a little shake. So we're shaking our shoulders, our arms, our hands. Now let's make some shoulder rolls, up and back and around. And we bring the shoulders in nice and snugly into the neck so that we can massage the lower part of the neck. Big circles. Let's do two more. 1 and 2 and reverse. Nice big shoulder rolls. And down and shake it out again. Let's swing the arms forward and back. And then we'll take our arms behind us, palms up, and hold the arms up. And that way we're working the upper arms and back, so the triceps, and then release, swing again. Keep those shoulders nice and loose. And then we'll lift them up and back again and hold it there just as far upwards as it feels good. Listen to your own body and release again and swing. We're going to take our arms up in front, put the palms together. As we exhale, let the arms open so our palms are up in the sides. Now let's flip the palms downward, spread the fingers out, make circles. And then reverse the circles. And then reverse again. And reverse again. Lift the arms back up. Bring the hands to the heart center. And we'll do a seated version of Tadasana, so you can keep your hands here at the heart center, or have your arms just hanging down at the side. Draw the shoulder blades in close together, which will help roll the shoulders back and down. Lift through the crown of the head. Close the eyes. This is Tadasana. One way to remember is ta-da. So we're standing there, just nice, keeping ourselves strong. And then we'll take our arms back up, open the eyes, hands together, bring them down to the heart center. And we're going to do some bellows breathing. So our arms leading with the elbows come up. That's our intake. So we're filling the bellows, which are our lungs. Exhale, bring the arms back to the sides. Draw the belly in and upwards so the diaphragm's working. Bring in, nice big breath, spread the ribs out. If you want to, you can tilt the head back a little. And then exhale, bring the arms back. Let's do 2 more bellows breath. Breathe in. Tilt. Exhale. Breathe in. Start tilting. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Nice. Let's bring the hands down to the knees. We're going to move those legs out to the sides now and scooch a little forwards. And the first thing we're going to do is work with our feet. So our feet are going to come up with the heels upwards. So we're on the pads of the feet and toes. And then we're going to bring our feet downwards. So let's continue up and down, up and down, up and down. So keep going with that a few more times. And now let's raise the toes. And now go up on the toes. Bring the heels down, raise the toes. And rest. Now we're going to bring our right shoulder in towards the center and then downwards. We'll feel a stretch in the upper inner thigh. Breathe in. Nice lift. And then bring that right shoulder down towards the center. Make sure you can look down a little if that's all right, if you don't have vertigo. We can see if we have an arch in both feet. And then slowly come up. We're hinging from the hips. Now let's try the other side. Breathe in, lift. Come forwards with that left shoulder, reaching away from the hips, so forwards and maybe a little downwards if you can. Breathing while you're here, nice full Ujjayi breath. And then slowly coming back up. All right, great. And now let's bring our legs back to the center, pat the feet a little. All right, and then sit back in the chair. We're going to cross our left ankle onto the right knee. Flex the foot and lift up again from the hips upwards. And then we'll be leaning forwards, keeping the back as straight as we can. So you might just come forwards a tiny bit, or if it's feeling good and you can keep your back pretty straight, you can go deeper down, which will intensify the stretch in your left hip. So we're going for our piriformis muscle, which is between the glutes and it's adjacent to the sciatic nerve. So keeping this muscle stretched is a good way to avoid having any discomfort in your sciatic nerve. Continue breathing your nice full Ujjayi breath. Nice calm breathing. Full breathing too. And then we'll slowly come up from that. Switch the legs. Flex the foot. You can flex both feet if you want to. This knee that's bent, this right knee, we want it to be moving downward, or at least staying kind of perpendicular to where it's attached to the other leg. And then lift up through the body and then tip forwards. And just again go as far as it's comfortable. The target area is in here in the buttocks area and the hip. We're still reaching as if being drawn from the crown of the head. So elongating in the spine, which is so much of what we're about in this yoga class. Elongating, making room between the vertebrae. Nice full breath. Let's do one more breath here. And we'll slowly make our way back up. Very nice. And let that foot come down on the floor. Let's do a little more leg work now. Let's take our legs out in front and we'll be swooping them. So both legs swoop over to the right and then out in front. So you can keep the feet on the floor like this and slide them if you want. But if you can lift them, then you'll get a little bit more exercise that way. Reach them up, tuck them to the side, reach them up, tuck them, and up. And let's go ahead and add some motion with our head. So let's go the same way. So turn the same way as the feet. Turn the same way as the feet. So to the left, to the right, to the left, right, left, and right. A couple more times. Our bellies are drawn in and upwards, something that's not always easy to remember. And down. Nice, nice breath in. Reach up, stretch, and let the arms float down. Now let's move our heels out, our toes, our heels, our toes, our heels, if you can do that many. And then let's bring the heels back, toes back, heels back, and toes back. Nice. All right. So now we're going to do another side stretch, left arm up. You can bend the elbow, hold on to the chair. Lean, we're keeping the arm in line with the ear. And we're reaching that hand away. Stretch the fingers out like that. So you get a good chance to stretch the hand, and then we'll come back up. Now let's do the other side. Right arm reaches, hands stretching, and we lean and still try to reach away from the body. And then we'll slowly come back up. Very nice. Okay, so let's, if you have a drink and you can reach it, or if you want to get out of the chair, go ahead and take a sip of whatever you have. Then come back to the chair. Okay. So next we'll be doing Virabhadrasana poses. So those are our warrior poses. So we're going to turn towards the right side. And we can have our left leg pointing down towards the floor. We can hold on to the chair with both hands if we need to, or just the one. And then let's stretch our leg back as far as we comfortably can. Maybe you can even get it straight. So this is a nice low-ish lunge. We don't have our knee on the floor. And then we're reaching with our heel and then drawing the belly in. And then if you can with your left arm, let's take it forwards. And if you can let go with your other arm, go ahead and use both arms and take them up. Now we're in warrior one. Let's reach upwards. And then anchor the arms down into the shoulders. And then take the drishti and look up a little higher, until it's high enough for your neck today. So just listen to your own body. My fingers are spread out and I'm reaching upwards. And then bring the arms down so you can hold on. Open up that left hip. So we turn the foot to the side. And then we turn our upper body to the side. And we try to keep the body over the hips for this one. This knee that's out in front is still going straight ahead. And we take our arms and go straight ahead and straight back. Now bring the shoulder blades together. Lift up through the body, through the crown of the head. This is Virabhadrasana 2. And we want to have arches in the feet. We want connection with the outer edge of that back foot onto the floor. And one more breath here in our Virabhadrasana 2. And then we'll lower the left arm and reach the right one up. Stretch it up, stretch the fingers out. And then slide the hand slightly down that back leg so you can get a nice little curve. So we're reaching up and back a little bit. And breathing still, our nice full Ujjayi breath. Keeping our alignment as best we can. Then we'll come slowly back up. So we have our arms front and back again. That right knee is going straight ahead. And then we're going to tip forwards, bring the elbow down, and reach up with our left arm. And then turn the chest as far to the side as we can. Now go ahead and hold that. Someone wants to join us, so I'm going to let them in. Okay, so we're in our modified triangle, Trikonasana. And we'll slowly come back up. And let's bring our legs back to the center. So go ahead and pad the feet again. I'm going to try to get this back so I can see both. Okay, so pad the feet, loosen up the hips a little bit. We're halfway through our Virabhadrasana poses. Okay, now we're going to turn to the other side. So at first we can have that right knee down, the left knee's forwards. Then you can hold on however you need to and stretch the right leg back. Straighten it as far as you comfortably can. Draw the belly in, lift through the body. And then we'll take our left hand or both hands forwards and then up. And the same with our drishti. Our drishti is our gaze, so we can go straight ahead with it, or we can try to go up higher and breathe. Reach the arms up as high as you can, and then anchor them into the shoulder sockets. And continue breathing. And now we'll shift to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Bring the hands down, open up the back hip, have the right foot going out to the side instead of straight ahead. And then we want to turn the upper body to the side and keep it over the hips. Arms front and back. And now let's turn our heads over to the left as far as we comfortably can and draw those shoulder blades together. And breathe. So we're working the upper back, building strength, promoting straightness in the spine. Nice deep Ujjayi breath. One more. All right. And so from here, we'll lower our back arm, reach the forward arm up, stretch upwards as high as we can. Reach and then turn the palm to face the back. Slide the right hand down a little bit and reach the hand away from you. So it's behind a little and away from us. And we still have arches. Our left knee is still going straight ahead. And we'll slowly come back to our warrior two. And then tip forwards from the hips, elbow to the knee, Trikonasana. Lift that right arm up. Twist the body so that it is parallel with the legs. In other words, we're in a nice flat plane as much as we can be. Spread the fingers out, reach with the upper body so the body's pulling away from the hips, straightening in the lower section. And then we'll slowly come back up. Bring the legs in, pad the feet. And then relax. Nice. Let's go ahead and try to push up into a couple different ways to do chair pose. So let's hold on with our right hand. Push with both hands a little. And then bring the left arm up. So it's a one arm chair. So I'm holding on. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm holding on to the chair. And then bring the arm that's up, down, and sit. And now let's do the other side. So if you want to not hold on to the chair at all, that's fine. But it's just another way to think about the pose. And then bring yourself back down. Nice. Now let's do the circles with our upper body. Again, you might find that you can reach out a little bit farther since we've been stretching so much. And now back the other way. And these are at your own speed. And let's come back to the center. Send the legs out in front. Turn the knees out a little so that we have a little bit of hip opening, turn out. And we're going to cross the legs. Sitting up nice and tall. And if you need to, you can keep the feet, maybe it's the heels on the ground, or maybe it's the toes, and go like this. Otherwise, we want them lifted, if we can. And then we'll bring the feet together and place them down. Now let's stretch the neck a bit. So left arm up, lay the forearm on top of the head, lift the crown of the head. So this arm's just very lightly there. And then tip to the left side. And now we'll raise the right hand up to the shoulder and start drawing that shoulder gradually and gently downwards. That'll carry the stretch from just the neck area all the way out into the shoulder, depending on how you do it. Nice full breathing. Relaxing as you go as much as you can. So you can enjoy the practice. And back up to the center. And then we'll reach up with our right arm, gently lay the forearm on top of the head, lift the crown of the head. So we're kind of actually lifting all the way from our tailbone. Nice upright posture, tip to the left, or the right, I'm sorry, the right side. Bring the left hand up to the shoulder and start stretching it downwards. And feel the stretch along that left side of the neck and into the shoulder. Nice full Ujjayi breathing. And now back up to the center. That was a nice long stretch. Chin down to the chest and draw the chin in a little, or some people might say tuck in the chin. You can feel the stretch a little bit higher that way. Now we'll raise the head slowly. Scooch back in the chair, bring the feet up again. And we're going to make circles. So you want to separate the feet a little, reach out with the hands too, and we'll make circles of this. Around, going opposite direction. You might hear a little snap, crackle, and pop. As long as it isn't hurting, it's probably just fine. And then back the other way. And then we'll rest the feet and hands down. All right, now we're going to bring ourselves forwards a little, just a little bit, so we can feel like we're not depending on the chair and putting our weight back. When our weight up, we're going to be lifting up towards ceiling or sky. And now we're going to do some more breathing. This is our lion's breath. So we'll bring our paws up and take a big breath in. Then lurch forward, exhale, stick the tongue out and cross the eyes if possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. Breathe in. Forwards. Breathe in. Big breath and exhale. Breathe in. And roar. And the last one. And go up. All right, good. So let's go ahead and come all the way up out of the chair. Take a nice breath in. Reach the arms up high, stretch. And then bring the hands down. We're going to turn our chair to one side. So let's see, it's been about 40 minutes in the chair. Now we're going to do a little bit standing up. So with the chair to the side, we'll swing our arm, leg and arm front and back. And from this swinging, we'll be going into Virabhadrasana 3 or Warrior 3. So the way we do that is take the leg down and back, tip forwards, and then reach the arm forwards. And if you can let go, even if it's just for a second like this, you can try. You can reach both hands out in front if you want to. And then we'll come up. So that was Virabhadrasana 3. Now we're going to take our foot across and reach the arm out. So this is a stretch in the leg and the arm. And then cross the arm, reach out with the leg. Breathe in because we're opening the chest as we stretch the arm outwards. And exhale when the arm comes across. 2 more. Breathe in and reach. Exhale, cross. And again, reach. And again, cross. And relax the arm. Walk it out a little bit. Swing the arm a little. Okay, so that was that side. Now let's swoop that chair over to the other side and do the same thing that we did before. Make sure you have enough room so you don't kick anything behind you, and swing the arm and leg. That's it. And let's focus on the breath while we're swinging these limbs. Nice sound can be emitted by closing off the top of the throat a little bit. And now warrior 3. So the right leg goes back, tip at the hips forwards, trying to keep in nice alignment, and then reach the right arm forwards so that right arm is lifted as is the leg, and reach forward if you want, or let go of the chair if you want, but there's no pressure to do so. You're already getting a lot of balance work, even when you're holding onto the chair, and certainly a lot of strengthening. And then slowly come up and walk it out a bit. And then let's reach that right leg across and the right arm out. And then when we go to exhale, switch. So we're stretching in the arm, stretching out the leg, switch, big inhale. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch again. And switch again. And then walk it out a bit. All right, so we're going to face the back of our chair, step back, and try to create a tabletop so that we're reaching back with our hips, trying to have a nice straight line from our hands to our hips, and reaching those hips back as far as they'll go. Chest kind of lowers a little bit. You can feel it moving downward between the shoulders. And then we'll walk back up to our chair. Now we can hold on to the chair for the next part. Let me move this back a bit and take the left foot back. And we'll just do some little leg lifts back there. Just go up as far as it's feeling like good work for you, but still comfortable. Shoulder blades are in, shoulders are back, and the head lifts. And now we'll switch to the other side. And then bring that leg down and walk it out a little bit. Nice. Okay, and then we'll stand a little bit away from our chair. Raise the outer arm, stretch it upwards, and then lean towards the chair. So we're holding onto the chair for good stability and really reaching out there with the other arm. And then we'll come back up, turn the other way, take the arm up, stretch it up, spread the fingers out, and then on your exhale, reach toward the space above the chair, keeping the arm in line with the ear. Breathe here. And then slowly come back up. All right, nice. Now we're going to do a tree pose. So we'll want to have our chair to the side again. This is, and if you'd rather, you can switch to something that's even more stable if you need it, like a piece of furniture or the wall. So go ahead and stand with the foot that's closest to the chair, and then take the other foot and move it so that it's close to the left ankle. Lift the foot up if you can. You can pivot on the toes if you need to, but ankle or up to the groin area. And then let that knee go out to the side. Bring the hand to the heart center. Maybe even both if you feel like you're nice and stable and you want to try it. But you do have the chair right there if you want to go back to it. And so now we're lifting through the leg and hips, and now the body. We're reaching up through the spine. We want our hands to come up above the head, the elbows to go out to the side, or just one elbow if you're holding on. I'm going to demonstrate so you can see my hands a little bit better. Hands are up above the head, or as high up as you comfortably can get them. And ideally, the arms move in towards the head, maybe even touch the ears. And then we take the arms out, or one arm, just so we can change it up a little bit, adjust our balance, and have a nice receiving pose, the palms up. Breathe. And while we're here too, it's a good time to draw the shoulder blades inward, really strengthening in the upper back. And then we'll take the arm or arms back up, stretch upwards. You can modify this. You can end early if you want in each pose. Now let's bring the hands to the heart center and take another breath. Nice full breath. Then on the exhale, go ahead and bring the leg and both arms down and walk it out. So that was our Virasana, which is our tree pose. Now we're on the other side. So standing on the right leg now, we'll bring that left foot close. If possible, lift. We want our knee to go outwards. And if the hip goes to the side, just try to bring it in with the strength of your legs. And then if you want the foot up higher, that's fine. Bring the left hand to the heart center, and then take that hand upwards above the head. Elbows go out to the sides. If you want, you can try both arms. And breathe, and it might help to look at one thing. Settle your eyes in one place so that you can be a little bit calmer. Relax the facial muscles. Focus on the breath. The arms could have been up. I kind of forgot that. So the arms can be as extended as it's comfortable for you. And then we'll bring the arm or arms out to the side, shoulder blades in. Lifting through the head, keeping the nice alignment you've got going in your body and legs. Breathing calmly and deeply. And then we'll raise those arms back up, breathing in. One arm is fine if you're holding on. Stretch upwards. And then we'll bring the hands to the heart center. Breathe again. Big breath in. And then when we exhale, that's when we'll release the leg, the hands, walk it out. That was a pretty long time. So I hope that you modified if you needed to, kept yourself comfortable. We're going to come back in the chair. So before we do, let's have a drink. And come back to work on butterfly. We're going to start with half butterflies. So let's bring our left foot up onto the chair. Now, if it doesn't make it all the way to the chair, then just do the best you can. Eventually, it might make it up, but everything doesn't have to be done this day. It can be something to work on. So we have this position for now as a goal, and then sitting up nice and tall. There's still an arch even in that foot that's down on the floor that could easily be forgotten about. And then this foot is relaxed, tilted slightly upwards. Now let's try the other side. So bring that foot down, try to get the other one up. Work on the alignment, the position of the feet, the strength of the feet so that foot on the floor has a nice arch. And now lift up through the crown of the head. Breathe. And let's bring that foot down. Now, we're going to do a little bit of arm work before we go back to the full butterfly. So let's bring our hands up to our shoulders and make circles. Sometimes I call this our chicken wings. Reaching with the elbows is just a slight change up from the way we usually do our shoulder rolls. And now reverse. And bring them down and hands down to the knees again. Okay, so let's see how we do. Bring both feet up if you can. Now you may end up sitting like this with the knees up kind of high, and that's okay. That's a version. And then we want to try to sit up straight and tall. So it might mean pressing against the chair back, rolling the pelvic floor back. And then the feet are together on the outer edge, but the rest of the foot is open like a book. You can hold on to your feet. Don't recommend pulling the feet towards you, maybe the ankles, so that you can lift and use the ankles as leverage, because they're going to stay basically where they are and in the same alignment. If we pull on the feet, we're changing the alignment. So just breathe here, close the eyes a little for a little bit. Relax the facial muscles. Feel what you're feeling as far as wind or a breath of wind on the skin. Notice colors behind the eyelids. All the time we're taking nice, deep, relaxed breaths. The cheeks are soft, the forehead is soft. Relax the eyes, shoulders. You can help Make that happen by drawing the shoulder blades in, and the shoulders automatically move back and down. And then we'll release, bring the feet down, and we're going to go into cow and cat. I'll turn to the side so that you can see what's happening a little better. So we tilt forwards, keeping the back straight. We'll take a big breath in so the lungs expand, the rib cage stretches outwards. The head is reaching away from the hips, and then exhale, curving the back out, drawing the abs in. And again, you can even get a stretch in the upper back and shoulders. All right, let's go for it. Okay, cow. Exhale into cat. Cow. And then cat. Breathe, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And then exhale, cat is the last one. And sit up. Okay, I'm already turned to the side. Go ahead and join me. We're going to put our hands on the back of the chair. We'll be turning towards the chair. It's a graduated twist for breaths work. So as we breathe in, lift. And then as we exhale, let's turn a little bit to the side so you start feeling the twist. Then inhale again and lift up. Elongating the spine, then exhale, twist. So now that's 2. And then inhale and lift. And then when we twist, it's just if you feel like your body wants to go a little bit farther. And then inhale. Otherwise, we stay right in one place and let it slowly relax. This is the last one. Stretch and twist. And then come back to face the knees. Let's come back to the center. Take a nice breath in, reaching up. Bring the hands to the heart center. And then let the hands come down. Turn to the other side. Hold on to the back of the chair, lift up. And now exhale, twist. Listen to your breath. Breathe in. Nice big breath in, breathy sound. And now exhale, twist if it's indicated. A little farther. And then breathe in, lift. Elongate that spine. And then if you can twist farther, go ahead. And then inhale and lift. Exhale and twist. That's the last one. And now let's unwind. Come back to where the legs are, and then bring the legs back to the front. Very nice. Okay, let's separate the legs again. We're going to be sliding the left hand down the inner left leg and just doing a nice stretch that way. So bring the right arm up and then slide and reach. So you can get a groin stretch or an inner thigh stretch as well. And you can even look up if you want to, have that arm straight up and look, or you can take the arm over the head and look. And then slowly come back. And we'll switch to the other side. So make your little adjustments so that you can be comfortable and start the other way. Gradually moving deeper and deeper into the stretch, reaching the upper body away from the hips, rotating the body so that the shoulder is up. And if you want to, stretch the hand reaching away and the head looking upwards, our drishti. We want to look up or straight ahead. Up is not available to you. And then we'll slowly come back up. Very nice. Now we're going to do a forward fold with the legs out. So just come forwards, keep connected to your legs with your hands, and go as far as it's comfortable. Letting the upper body have the feeling of hanging from the hips. So it's a way to de-weight the spine for a little bit. If it's difficult with the legs so far out, you can slide them or walk them in closer. That's fine too. And then we'll bring the hands up to the knees, slowly move the upper body back up. And then we'll bring the legs back together and walk them out a little bit. Let's reach for our left knee and move it in towards the chest. And then we'll take it out to the side. A little bit more hip opening. Maybe I should have called this class today a hip opening class. And then back to the center. Now we are stretching our low backs. And then bringing the foot down and going for the other side. Stretch the low back. I'm going to let someone in, so hold that there just a moment longer. And then move the knee out to the side. And then bring the knee back to the center. And let the foot come back down. Very nice. Okay, let's take the feet out in front again. And actually move the hips towards the front of the chair. Lean back. And now lift the knees up. And we're going to try to do a little bit of pedaling in the chair. And then reverse it. So this is a lot of good core work. I'll go sideways. You can turn sideways if you want to hold onto the chair too. Pedal forwards. And then pedal backwards. And then relax. That's one of our harder things. So back to the front of the mat. Okay, so now we're going to be going down onto the floor. We're going to put our legs up on the chair, do a little bit of other stretching, and then do Shavasana. You can do Shavasana in the chair too, so I'll work with you on that. Let's begin by coming on the floor and throwing our legs up on the chair. And this is another way to do your Shavasana today at the end of class. So this is our legs on the chair. We're going to take our arms up and over. And then exhale, bring the arms back. Again, arms up and over. And again, bring the arms back. And now angel wings. So out to the sides along the floor and up as high as you can, maybe touching the fingers together. And then on the exhale, along the floor to the sides and then back to the hips. Again, breathe in, angel wings, up. And again, angel wings, downward. Nice. All right, so let's bring the knees in. We're not actually going to hold onto the chair for this one. Let's lift the legs up, arms to the sides. And we're going to make some circles with our legs up in the air and let the hips rock up and down as we do this motion with the legs. So you're getting a little bit of that nice forward and back rocking. And now let's reverse it. All right. And then back onto the chair. Right arm comes across the chest and bring the left hand up to the upper arm. And snuggle that arm in a little bit deeper if you need to feel a good stretch in the lower right shoulder and upper right arm. And take a little time to really listen to your breath. Close the eyes, relax. Then we'll open up the arms. Big breath in. And then exhale, bring the left arm across and stretch the left side. Listening to the breath, closing the eyes. Relaxing as you stretch. And then bring the arms back to the sides. And now we're going to bring our knees in. So nice back stretch again. We're going to lift our hands and feet again. This time we're just focusing on stretching the hands out, moving the toes away from each other, fingers away. And then scrunch the hands and feet. That's our exhale. Feel strong in the arms and legs. Inhale, stretch the fingers and toes out. See if you can make room between each digit, and then exhale, scrunch. So that's a goal to work towards if it's not happening today. Breathe in and stretch. Reaching those fingers and toes. Exhale, scrunch. And now the last one is a stretch. Stretch. All right. Then place the feet back on the chair. Okay, so we're going to bring our hands to the heart center. So the hands are just lightly pressing against each other. And then we're going to exhale, move the heels of the hands away. The elbows reach farther to the sides. And then exhale, press the palms together. Press so they're working the muscles in the arms, chest, back. Inhale, relax. Exhale, press. Inhale, relax. Exhale, press. Inhale, relax. Exhale, press. And let the arms come down. Maybe shake them out like this. So the hands and the wrists, they're all getting a good shake out. All right, let those hands go wild and then relax. Let's bring our legs down now, roll to the side and face the seat of the chair. So we're going to do a little work facing the seat of the chair. We'll begin with some stretching. So the knees are down below the hips. Turn the right foot out like a kickstand. Send the left leg back and bring the forearm to the chair. Just going to do a nice reach up with that free arm. So we stretch the leg away, and that helps to get a good stretch in the lower back and the lower spine. And then we'll take our hand and move it towards the chair back. And now we're stretching all along the side, along the ribs, shoulders. It's a really extensive stretch, especially if we Reach with the feet and the hand. And then we'll come all the way back to face the chair and go the opposite way. Left foot out, right leg back. And then lifting the right arm up into the air, spreading the fingers out, rotating the body so that the chest is going to the side, reaching with the foot a little bit. And then now let's take that arm towards the chair back in line with the ear. And stretch the hand and foot away from each other so you feel the stretch all along the body. And breathe your nice, calm and full Ujjayi breath. And then we'll reverse that action, bringing ourselves back to face the chair. And then we'll do some push-ups. So come up on the hands, move the knees back a little if you need to. You want to have a nice straight plank from the shoulders to the hips and to the knees. All right, so we hold on to the chair. Hopefully it's padded if you need that. I kind of hook my thumb around the chair seat and then just go, keeping the elbows in, go down as far as it feels right to you. And then do these push-ups as quickly or as slowly, as deeply or as shallowly, as is right for you. Remembering to breathe. We'll leave a little time just in case you want to take a rest and then try again. And then we'll come back to our plank, our modified chair plank. Take the hips down towards the heels. And let's reach between the chair legs with our hands, bringing the chest as low as we can toward the thighs and letting the head come towards the earth. And breathe our nice calm Ujjayi breath as we stretch ourselves out in Balasana. Now from our Balasana, we're going to move to the left side of the chair leg. So just reach over to the left. You might have to go around the chair leg. Bring your chest around with the arms and breathe here. Nice full Ujjayi breath. And back to the center. So around those chair legs again, and then navigate to the other side. Bring the chest around too. Stretch into a nice Balasana on this side. And now we're going to come back to the center. Slowly slide the hands away from the chair. So you're sitting up, facing the chair still. And reach out for it. Come up on the knees again. And then come up to a forward fold or Uttanasana. We just bring the head down towards the chair seat. Maybe the top of the head touches. Maybe you want to be far enough away so that your head can go even lower than the chair. So that is up to you. If that's the case, just step back a little. This is another hang from the hips, using the chair for balance. And then come back up to a tabletop. Bend the knees and then come like a rag doll up. If you need to hold onto the chair, move closer. Okay, so now it's a chance to take another drink. We're gonna be just a little bit early, I think, in closing. So take another drink. And we will go back down onto our backs. So come down onto the floor, however it's comfortable for you. Bring the legs up onto the chair again. Scooch so that you can be in a comfortable position with your legs on the chair. And let's do some happy baby. So we're going to bring the knees closer, reach between the knees to grab onto the big toes and lift the feet. And then rock from side to side. So we did front back earlier. Now we're getting a side to side. If you have if you have your legs closer to your shoulders, you're going to get more of a shoulder stretch. If they're farther away, you get more of a lower back massage. Not stretch, but massage. And then you can also roll all the way over to each leg on each side if you want to. And then just stretch the legs. Let them go out to the side, however they want to. You can keep your knees bent. You can try to stretch the legs out. You can keep the feet closer, or you can have the feet far. So do the stretch that's right for you. And then bring the legs together. Place the feet and legs up on the chair again, if you wish. Or if you would rather do Shavasana on the floor, you can stretch all the way out. Or if you'd like to do Shavasana sitting up in the chair, then it would just look like this. Or this. You can have your palms up or down. You can have the eyes closed, just like on the floor or with the legs up. You can place one hand inside or on top of the other one with the palms up. You do want to have your shoulder blades together and the head above the body, but otherwise just relax. And breathe, nice, calm, Ujjayi breath. Notice how you feel. If there's tension anywhere, maybe you can wiggle it around and relax, or if it's, say, your forehead, see if you can soften the forehead. Maybe it's the eyebrows, just soften there, the eyes. Across the nose, the upper lip, the lower lip, the jaw. Maybe you feel a little tension around the head. And see if you can relax any of the muscles at the temple, the top of the head, or the back of the head. And continue to focus on your breath just for a little while longer, getting ready for Shavasana. I'm going to lie down now, put my legs up. Let the palms face upwards now. And enjoy the stillness of Shavasana. time to start wiggling your toes and your fingers, bringing your awareness back to our yoga. If you're on the ground lying on your back, go ahead and take a little moment to stretch your fingers. Seated, if you're seated, the same thing. But before you get up off the floor, take a little time. Take some deep breaths. Make waves with your fingers, maybe your toes as well. Stretch each wrist by folding the hand inward. So we're stretching the back of the wrist. And then if you're on the floor and want to come up to a seated position, you can stay seated on the floor comfortably or come back up into the chair. I chose to come back in the chair today. So now we're going to take another stretch by reaching upwards, breathing in. And then bring the hands to the heart center, breathing out. And we'll do 3 ohms. Participate if you'd like. Breathe in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for being here today. Namaste. Which is I honor the light within you. Namaste. All right. Yay for all of us.